Hello, welcome to our first session about fleet management in the yachting industry. In this session, we will give you a brief introduction to fleet management and try to answer why it is especially important for the administrative side of the business. Moreover, we will provide an overview about fleet software solutions IDEA is currently offering. So let us first have a look at the contents of the session. Today's session is split into 4 parts. In the first part, we will give you a rough idea why fleet management can be quite complex and why it is important to use the right tools to manage vessels. In the second and third part, we will introduce you to the different software solutions IDEA is currently offering and how they complement each other. At the end of this session, we will give you a short outlook on upcoming developing tasks for our programs. Let's start with the question. Why is it so important to have the right tools at hand when it comes to fleet management? The answer is simple when you think about it. When you look at the daily routines on board a modern superyacht, you will recognize that besides the usual tasks like maintenance and guest services, there's a growing number of administrative tasks that must be covered. All these routines generate information that must be stored in some way and often be transmitted to a management company or a shore's office at some point. For example, think about all the documents that must be filled to comply with ISM regulations, like incident reports. And do not forget about all the reports that cover maintenance or spare parts consumption. All this information must be available for stakeholders, like the owners or surveyors at any point in time. For a single vessel, the information can often be handled with traditional tools, like PDF reports or email. Usually this works pretty well, as long as only one vessel is involved in the reporting procedure. But as soon as more vessels need to be overseen, this can quickly get out of hand. All vessels need to report their information on a regular basis, and in theory, there should be a routine being established to smoothen this workflow and manage it with ease. But in reality, this process involves a lot of communication by a fleet manager in form of email requests or phone calls to gather all necessary information, mainly because we are all humans. In some situations, we tend to forget about certain tasks and deem other tasks more important than sending reports. This results in delays in the reporting process, and this is where modern software tools come into. IDEA is currently offering 3 different software solutions for our clients. Our main product is IDEA Yacht, which is a modular planned maintenance system for a single vessel in the private yachting industry. It can be used as a cloud solution and/or as an onboard installation without the need for internet access. This program focuses on maintenance and spare part management, including purchasing, but also offers a wide variety of additional modules like crew management, reporting, and document and certificate management. Our product for the commercial shipping industry is IDEA SBA. The software is a single and fleet management solution especially developed for inland waterways shipping companies. It concentrates on maintenance, spare parts, and crew management, and offers interfaces to other commercial software solutions like SAP. Our latest product is a cloud-based fleet management solution for superyacht management companies and shore offices in the yachting industry. It is based on IDEA SBA and can aggregate information from all software solutions. So how do these tools complement each other and help managing a fleet of vessels? IDEA FMP is designed to serve as a data aggregator for both other software solutions. In this scenario, FMP is able to collect all necessary data from an unlimited number of IDEA Yacht and IDEA SBA installations. The synchronization of the data between FMP and the other software installations is done automatically at a predefined interval. During the synchronization, only the data that has been changed since the last synchronization is transferred to keep the traffic at a minimum. The synchronization interval can be configured to meet the client's needs. All data that is being collected in this process is then summarized within FMP in an easy-to-learn user interface that helps saving time and money in the management workflow. Now let's have a look at the IDEA FMP in action and switch to the online installation to give you a very short overview over the function of the program. When you log into your FMP portal, you are redirected to the dashboard. The dashboard is divided into 2 parts. In the upper part of the dashboard, you can see an overview of the fleet data. The color tiles show you data from all vessels assigned to you. By clicking on one of the tiles, you are redirected to a pre-filtered view to see more details about this topic. Here I have to mention that a fleet can be divided into smaller groups and each vessel can be assigned to a different fleet manager. In consequence, the fleet manager only sees the vessels assigned to this account, whereas an administrator can see the whole fleet. On the lower part of the dashboard, you can quickly see the status of each vessel assigned to you. A click on one of the vessel tiles redirects you to the details of the vessel. Again, these tiles are pre-filtered. In this case, there are no upcoming tasks available, so the list is empty. If we go back and click on one of the other vessels shown in the lower part, for example FMP Demo 2, we are redirected to the details page of the vessel, which gives you a quick overview of all the key information about this vessel. In this administrative view, you can change a lot of the information about this vessel, assign it to fleet managers, for example, get a really brief overview about document certificates that are available for this vessel. Going back to the dashboard, we can switch over to the KPI sheet. Here, FMP offers some useful fleet-wide key performance indicators, in short KPIs. On the KPI screen, FMP presents some pre-processed data in some graphs. If you hover the mouse over one of the columns, a pop-up of detailed information appears. The screen in general can be used to quickly get fleet-wide overview for maintenance and spare parts activities on the vessel. The data here is always processed when accessing the screen with the latest data collected from the vessels. Next, let's have a look at the stock manager of IDEA FMP. Contrary to IDEA Yacht, the software solution does not have a tree view for all the components and inventory items. Instead, FMP aggregates the collected data from the vessels into one gigantic list. A search function and powerful filters give the user the option to easily find the spare parts he is looking for. In this example, we will set the filter to only show bearings on all of the vessel. By applying the new setting, the list is refreshed and only items containing the word bearing are shown. Sorting options on each column help you group the search results. Once you have found the item you were looking for, you can open the spare part details by clicking on the line item. In this view, you can see a lot of details about the item, for example, the quantity on board, the storage location, or supplier details. The second module we want to have a look at is the Components Manager. The Components Manager looks very similar to the Stock Manager. Again, powerful filters and the search function help the user to quickly find the item he is looking for. In this case, we will have to look at the FMP demo vessel and we will be searching for the main engine. As soon as the filter is applied, the corresponding items are displayed. A click on the line item opens the detailed component view. In this view, you can see the general information about the component, but also special information like associated spare parts, maintenance tasks, and maintenance history. That brings us to the most important part of the program, the maintenance management. Let's have a look at it and see how it is done within FMP. The maintenance overview shows you all the tasks that are planned for your fleet. Overdue items are clearly marked in red. A click on the book item at the end of the line gives you access to the maintenance details. In the details, you can see all the important task information, like a task description or associated spare parts that help you understanding the maintenance job. Something that is different from Idea Yacht is the History tab. Here you can see all the occasions when this task was done in the past, and you can access all information related to it. All these functions mentioned so far are a good source to get detailed information in case there are questions or concerns about a topic. But one of the most valuable functions within FMP is the reporting function, which I will show you next. For each module in FMP, there are report options available. For the demonstration, let's have a look at the critical maintenance report. With the help of the filter options, you can specify all necessary parameters of the report you want to create. When you apply the reporting settings, the report is shown below the Filter tab. The report can then be saved onto your hard drive. A very helpful feature is the possibility to subscribe to a report you just created. To do this, simply click on the subscribe button and specify the details in the pop-up window. Assign a descriptive name, then define all the time intervals, and do not forget to fill in your email address. When everything is filled correctly, you can save the report, and in the upcoming weeks you will receive the report directly in your inbox according to the specified parameters. All your subscriptions can be managed and edited within FMP at any time. What you have seen in the live demo is the current state of development for FMP, which only offers reading capabilities. We are planning to further develop the software. We have several ideas for this. For example, an updated document management system that will allow the fleet manager to deploy documents to the vessels, or snack lists that will help to plan and execute refits. They are thought about extending the spare parts management too, by binding FMP to suppliers' shops to directly order spare parts from within FMP. Although we would like to bring all our ideas to life, we cannot afford to do it without strong interest from the market. As a rather small company, we need the assurance that we develop a software that is requested by the market. So if you're interested in our fleet solution or have any suggestions or questions, please let us know in the chat or contact us after this session via phone or Microsoft Teams.